Hey there folks, Dark Phoenix Ninja 92 here, and welcome to an update video. I wanted to fill you in on something, because I had an idea for something I should potentially consider doing to switch things up with my channel a little, and I wanted to discuss it here. And first I should probably say, this idea is not an original one that I came up with on my own. It's actually one that I've come up with because I was watching videos from another Let's Player on YouTube who I really quite admire, and I saw them starting to do something like this in one of their older update videos. Yes, I do something as bizarre as watching old update videos from other channels that are now sometimes obsolete. I do that, yes. But in any case, the thing that I'm talking about here basically is that I'm thinking, after a certain number of videos in an individual series, that I will actually temporarily pause that series and start a new one, just so I can switch things up. Okay, let me explain the details on this one. So, what I would do is, and I'm going to use my Let's Play of Crusader Kings 2 as an example here, because it's at about 12 or 13 episodes now, so this is a good example. After a decent number of episodes, let's say 20 or 30, I would temporarily put a Let's Play on hold, and then, after that LP had been put on hold, I would start a new one in its place. And then after 20 or 30 episodes of this new LP, I would bring the old one back or start another new one, and I would just sort of keep on doing this so that I could rotate certain Let's Plays out and allow me to play something new. The idea behind it being that I've sort of started to feel that playing the same thing over and over again tends to result in the LPs getting rather stale and boring after a while. Not to mention, personally, I find playing the same thing for a long time tends to wear on me a bit, and I want to stop playing it and play something new, but that's not really an option. So, this would enable me to try to do something about this. And I would be able to both play some new games more often, which would be extremely nice, because I'm one of those people who does not like having to play the same thing over and over again for a stupid amount of time. It would enable me to both play some new games and hopefully not have my channel's content end up being stale and boring because of long periods of the same thing for the purpose of finishing these, because don't get me wrong, I love the games I'm playing and I plan to finish basically all of them, but the problem is that a lot of the time I end up playing a game, I'm in the middle of playing it, and I really find myself wanting to play something else, but I don't have a slot for it. If I did this, I'd be able to rotate games in and out, so that I could have more variety on my channel. And just in my opinion, I think that would make things a whole lot better. So, I'm wondering what you guys think. Should I start doing this and just sort of rotate in and out my Let's Plays after they've run for a certain length of time? Or should I just keep going as things are? I personally think it's a good idea, but I want your feedback. I'm probably going to try it anyways and do this for a couple of months and just see what kind of reaction it gets, if any. But beyond that, the thing I want to know is, if I do decide, do you think I should rotate out a Let's Play after 20 parts or 30 parts? Because those are the two numbers I've been kicking around. I'll either rotate it out after 20 or 30, and I'm not 100% sure which. Of course, you know how I'm going to react if nobody decides to reply to that query. I will just flip a coin. Because you can never go wrong with solving a problem by flipping a coin, right? I'm being sarcastic. Of course you can go wrong with that. But in any case, that's all there is to this update. I wanted some feedback on this idea. Personally, I think it's a good one, but I may be slightly biased since I would be the one doing it. So let me know if you think I should go ahead with this and what your thoughts are on how exactly I should structure it in terms of the number of episodes and stuff. And after I phase out, after I pause for one LP and go to another, should I then decide to phase out that LP for a completely new one or bring back the last one? So, how many LPs should I have paused for a single slot at a time is what I'm wondering here. And I just want to be perfectly clear about something. This does not mean I'm going to have a lot of Let's Plays on my channel that will never finish. I will finish every Let's Play, provided there are no technical difficulties, like I've had happen with things like Stellaris, Crusader Kings 2 the first time around, and so on. I will finish every LP that I'm able to, provided nothing happens in terms of ridiculous crashing or losing the save and such. I plan to finish everything. What I'm going to do here, just to reiterate, is after I've hit a certain number of episodes in a series, I will stop that series for a time and start a new one. Then after I've hit a certain number of episodes in that new series, I will stop it and either start a new one again or go back to the old one until I hit that same number of episodes again. Then I will shift it out and sort of be going back and forth a little bit so I can have more variety in the number of series I'm running and keep things fresh. For several reasons. Like I explained, I feel like things are starting to get a little stale and boring as they are right now, and I want to be able to do something about that and not just have everything getting incredibly stale and uninteresting. So that's really all I have to say here. What I'd like to know is basically your opinion on this. Should I do this phasing in and out Let's Plays thing to provide more variety in terms of content, or should I not? And just so you know, if you say I shouldn't, I'm probably going to try it anyways. It just won't stick around for very long, because I am going to give it a shot, like I said. just if a lot of people are hating on it and just want the thing I'm doing right now, where I do a bunch of series that last pretty much forever, then if you prefer that sort of thing, I will probably go back to the way we're doing things right now. But I want to give this sort of thing a try. So, I'm going to be starting to try it out fairly soon, and the way I'm going to be doing it, just to give you an idea of when this will start, is, and I'll give you an example for each series. For The Witcher 2, I will be pausing that series to rotate it out for a new one when that series hits around the 60 episode mark. I want to give it some time to hit a nice even number, and then I will rotate it out. Of course, the numbers that I decide to pick for these series are not hard ones, because I record in session blocks rather than individual episodes, which makes it basically impossible to do that sort of thing. And the only series that will really be exempt from this sort of rotation is Skyrim, which is currently on a chapter break, and I basically do that kind of thing to a degree already with Skyrim, where I will do a chapter and then stop until I'm in the mood to do another chapter. So Skyrim will stay unchanged from this, but that's how it's going to work with Witcher. When I hit around the 60 part mark in that series, I will put it on pause and bring in another game to take its place until that game hits either 20 or 30 episodes, at which point Witcher will return. Crusader Kings 2. I am going to rotate that out when one of two things happens. Number one is I hit the 20 episode mark. Number two, the number two thing that will cause me to rotate out Crusader Kings 2 is if Duke Ciano happens to die before the 20 episode mark, because that's a fairly major event and would be a turning point. So if he dies before the 20 episode mark, then I will actually decide. And if he dies before that mark, I will rotate out that series. Then we have the third series I'm doing of Outlast. I don't actually have a plan on if or when that one will be rotated out. It all depends, because there's only actually 3 episodes of that up right now. And since I'll be doing this rotational thing, I will probably be, after Guild Wars 2 and Dark Souls, which amazingly enough are still active LPs on my channel, even if they've not gotten uploads in ages, I will be phasing out the idea of side LPs, I think, once those two have finished. So, I believe that's really all I have to say on the subject. So, this has been Dark Phoenix Ninja 92. Thank you very much for watching this update video, and let me know what you think about this whole thing. See you next time.